I'm Alex Valley, and this is my wife Tracy Valley, and I am retired, and she is account manager for Maritimal.
Bend, Oregon. Our backyard is pretty big. The grandkids love exploring and climbing in the fort, and we have raised herb beds and little gardening areas, so it's just fun to putter around in the backyard. We're really good about keeping the temperature down. We don't just crank the heat up. I think we try and keep it at a reasonable temperature, 68 degrees in the winter time. We've changed all the light bulbs. Hot tub. Hot tub, I would say, is probably our number one. Lower energy bills, lower gas bills in the winter, and comfort. I think the peace of mind knowing that the experts are doing all the work for us. You know, you have the test, which is a blueprint for all of the work that you're going to do, and I mean that's a huge peace of mind for us, knowing that you know, the Energy Trust is doing all the work and you know what you're doing. When it's uncomfortable to be in your home, you know you have a problem. How nice it will be. Now we keep rooms closed off just to keep it warm, keep it warm when we have the gas stove in. So I think just that obviously our heating bills are supposed to be cut, maybe by as much of a half. Well, I think two of my favorite bands that I've seen and have been to that I really enjoyed have been Led Zeppelin and the Beatles.
Yeah, what is the group of the kids on TV the other day? They're about
Jonas Boys.
the Jonas Boys. They're only 14, but that's too young. I don't want to be that young again.
I'm excited. Put the new furnace in, and with that came some duct sealing as well as running a new duct to the second floor. This week, primarily we're focusing on insulation, and before we get that started, the air sealing has been completed, so going through making sure all of the air sealing measures are done, and then after that is the insulation, and that's what actually has been going on today, is a lot of insulation work.
My name is Robert Hammerly. We're here, I work for Green Savers, and we're here today insulating and air sealing this home. For insulating, we are prepping the house, taking the siding off, cutting ventilation holes. Once we get this attic nice and insulated, we don't want the heat to build up there. And we're air sealing down here in the basement. The air sealing is going to stop the heat from escaping or from drafts entering the home. The biggest way that's going to help the homeowner save energy is it's going to keep the conditioned area at the constant temperature that the homeowner is looking for.
My name's Dave with JB Insulation, and we're in charge of doing the insulation on the walls, the crawl space, and the attic of this house. It's going to climatize the inside of the house, so you don't have, when it's 100 degrees outside, that temperature won't go into the house because it's going to have insulation in the walls. When it's really cold outside, you won't have the cold air infiltrating into the house because of the insulation. What we did is we had another contractor come in. He removed the siding. We drilled a 2 1/4 inch hole. We have a hose that's over there on the ground. The insulation comes through that hose. So we put a nozzle into the hose. The insulation comes into the wall, fills up the wall cavity, and then we pull the nozzle out, and then we take a wooden plug. We put the wooden plug back into the hole, and the contractor comes back and puts the siding back over where the hole is at. Basically, on this type of house with the lap siding, you'll never know that we were here, except for when you get your electrical bill. It should be lower.
My name is Chris Gibb, and I'm with Ponderosa Heating, and we installed a high-efficient gas furnace. The old equipment was very outdated, not efficient. I think it was basically maybe 70% efficient, if even that well. So right there off the top, they're using a lot less gas. We've also duct sealed inside the house so they're leaking less air. With having the sealed ducts, it's not grabbing dust and particles and everything from the outside and bringing it in. We also put in a MERV-10 media filter, which will help filter the air that's coming through the system through the return air.
Well, coming up, we're going to be, they've ordered the windows. So the window installation, everyone's really excited to see that take place. We're going to be replacing all 18 windows. And then also the domestic hot water, we're going to be changing from the tank that we have down there now that we found was actually unsafe in this home. So we're really excited to get that new tankless hot water heater installed. Alex and Tracy's home energy makeover is complete with lots of energy saving improvements. Jeld-Wen is here doing a couple final touches on the windows. Let's go and see what improvements have been made to this 1930s bungalow. I'm really excited to have been able to remove the existing windows, which were pretty old, and some of them in the home were single pane, some of them the seals were failing, they were just in pretty tough shape. So we replaced them with these super high efficient windows from Jeld-Wen Window and Door, and they're just going to make a huge difference for this home. They can actually save them maybe up to about 30% on their energy costs. Air sealing and insulation are two of the most cost-effective measures we've installed in this home. Greensavers volunteered their time to come air seal. One of the major areas that we needed air sealing were in spaces like this. This used to be a coal chute for the home. So it was just a huge hole in the house. So what they did was come in and put foam board and spray foam and make sure that we can eliminate that air leakage. Some other things that they did was to air seal around plumbing penetrations, electrical penetrations, and where ducts connected to the home. They also installed some ventilation for us, which was great. Greensavers actually installed soffit vents for our attic to make sure that it was well ventilated now that we've added insulation. JB Insulation donated their services to come and insulate this home in numerous areas. They insulated the walls, the knee walls, the floor, as well as other areas of the attic space. The old gas furnace was replaced with this high efficiency furnace that was donated by Lennox. This furnace is about 95% efficient and could save the Valleys up to 15% on their energy costs. The installation was donated by Ponderosa Heating and Cooling, and they also sealed the duct system to maximize efficiency. During the home performance assessment, we found out that the Valley's water heater was not only inefficient, but it was actually dangerous. It had some combustion safety problems. So we have this new tankless hot water heater that was donated by Renai, and Ben Radiant Heating actually installed this for us. It is going to not only improve the efficiency of the water heating in this home, but it's also going to be much safer for the Valleys. And in homes that use a lot of water, tankless systems can actually reduce energy costs for heating water by up to 35%. We made a number of small changes as well, and the savings really add up. One of the things we've done is to change out most of the incandescent bulbs with compact fluorescents donated from Greenlight. Compact fluorescent bulbs can last up to 10 times longer than an incandescent bulb. We've also changed out faucet aerators and shower heads to models that conserve water and still provide strong flow. Finally, we've installed the smart power strip that will help Tracy and Alex reduce the energy that their TV and VCR and stereo system use. We've been able to make this home extremely energy efficient. Alex and Tracy are going to reduce their energy costs and have much greater comfort in their home year-round. Hopefully all of these improvements combined will save them up to 50% of their energy costs.
The main thing for me is just to actually have a house that's warm and
I'm looking forward to lower
insulated.
heating bills. I think it's going to be like getting a raise. Once we get into the winter months, that's when we're going to call you up and say, "We love you, Energy Trust of Oregon."
Air sealing is something that had never really became an issue to me. I never thought of it as an energy saver, but all the air sealing they did all over the basement and the attic, and all the penetrations and everything, and the way they went about actually narrowing down where the biggest leaks are with their what you call it, the vacuum, I guess, where they pull the air through the house. So I think that's pretty amazing, really. I mean, it's going to help a lot, I'm sure.
Well, one thing I say is if you are thinking about doing any kind of an energy remodel at all, because you don't really know where to start, what do you do and where do you stop? I think it's well worth the money to have an energy audit done of your home so you have a blueprint so you know exactly what you want to do and where you want to invest your money so that you have the best savings. The more we learn and become educated, I think we're just going to incorporate that into our life, whether it's, you know, riding bicycles, driving cars, buying a TV, a computer, anything that we do from now on, that's going to be in our brains, probably foremost.